All right, let's dive deep. I mean, really deep. We're going into the darkest parts of the ocean to talk about some of the most terrifying weapons ever made. These aren't just submarines. They are machines that literally hold the fate of the entire world in their launch tubes.
It's kind of hard to wrap your head around, but right now, as we speak, these steel giants are silently gliding beneath the waves. The national interest calls them Doomsday Machines, and for good reason. They're out there completely hidden from view, patrolling with a destructive power that is just staggering, and they're always on alert.
So, 30 minutes. What does that even mean? Well, the source puts it in a pretty terrifying perspective. It's less time than it takes to get a pizza delivered to your door. And yet, in that tiny window of time, one of these machines could launch an attack that decides the fate of all human civilization. That's the reality we're unpacking here.
So what exactly are these so-called Doomsday Machines? Well, we're about to count down the 5 deadliest submarines operating in the world today, all based on a report from the national interest. This is the heavyweight class, the absolute pinnacle of military tech from Russia and the United States.
Okay, let's kick things off with 2 of Russia's most powerful subs. Now, these first couple of vessels are a little different. They're not just about sitting back and waiting. They are designed for direct, powerful, close-range attacks on both ships and targets on land. Coming in at number 5 on the list is Russia's Yasen-class submarine. And its whole mission is a bit different from most of the others we're going to talk about. This thing is a guided missile attack sub, basically a hunter-killer built to take out other submarines and deliver punishing strikes with cruise missiles. And this table really tells the story. It's loaded with 32 Caliber cruise missiles. Now, a ballistic missile flies way up into space and comes down, right? A cruise missile is totally different. Think of it like a smart, jet-powered weapon that hugs the ground, designed to hit precise targets up to 2,500 kilometers away.
So what makes it so dangerous? Well, it's all about its ability to just sneak up on a coastline completely undetected. It's got this incredible combination of stealth and speed that lets it get scarily close to shore, and that is exactly why the source calls it one of the West's biggest security headaches.
All right, moving up to number 4, we've got the workhorse, the very backbone of Russia's strategic submarine fleet, the massive Delta IV class. And this submarine, it brings a whole new kind of unpredictability to the game.
Now, this is where things get wild. The Delta IV's key trick is just incredible. It can launch its ballistic missiles from 55 meters underwater while it's still moving. I mean, most subs have to get close to the surface and almost stop, which makes them a sitting duck. Not this one.
And just think about what that means. By the time those missiles even break the surface of the water, the submarine that fired them is long gone, vanished into the depths. This deep launch capability makes it almost impossible to figure out where an attack even came from, which guarantees it can strike back no matter what.
Okay, we are now entering a totally different level of submarine warfare. For our next one, it's not just about firepower. It's about combining that power with the ultimate weapon. Just extreme, almost spooky stealth. It's about becoming a true ghost in the water.
And at number 3, we have Russia's Boryai class. This is the sub that's taking over for the Delta IV, and its designers were obsessed with one single thing, making it silent. This thing is a genuine phantom of the deep.
The threat from the Boryai is really a 1-2 punch. First, its insane stealth makes it nearly impossible to find, making it the perfect platform for a guaranteed retaliatory strike. And second, look at what it's carrying, 16 Bulava ballistic missiles. The warheads on these things are specifically designed to dodge and weave past even the best anti-missile defenses. You just can't stop what you can't even see coming.
And the source couldn't be clearer about this. The Boryai class is a huge leap forward for Russian engineering. Being the quietest missile sub they've ever built means it can go anywhere in the world totally undetected and hold entire continents at risk without anyone ever knowing it's there.
So we've seen attack subs, deep launchers, and silent ghosts. And that brings us to the top 2 spots on the list. And what's fascinating is there are actually 2 different versions of the same incredible machine, the American Ohio-class submarine. One is a master of conventional warfare. The other is, without a doubt, the undisputed king of nuclear Armageddon.
So at number 2, we have the guided missile version, the SSGN. 4 of these subs were converted from their nuclear role to carry a mind-blowing 154 Tomahawk cruise missiles. But at number 1, well, that's the original Doomsday Machine. This is all about the ballistic missile submarine, the SSBN. For the rest of this, we're going to focus on the sheer world-ending power of this number 1 ranked sub.
Let's just try to comprehend its power, okay? It starts here. A single Ohio-class SSBN carries 24 Trident II intercontinental ballistic missiles. That is an unbelievable amount of firepower on one single hidden platform. It's the ultimate insurance policy. But it gets worse. Each one of those missiles carries multiple warheads, and when you do the math, it is just chilling. The source calculates that a single Ohio-class submarine can completely wipe out 288 city-sized targets. Let that sink in. One sub, 288 cities. Gone.
And it can do all of that in less than 30 minutes. From the moment of launch to impact, the end of the world as we know it can be delivered in half an hour. That right there is why the Ohio class sits at number 1. It is the very definition of a doomsday machine.
But of course, technology never, ever stands still. The replacement for the Ohio is already being built, the brand new Columbia class. And this next generation shows a really interesting shift in military thinking.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the trade-off they're making. The Columbia is actually going to carry fewer missiles, 16 instead of 24. The whole focus is shifting away from being just a massive floating arsenal to becoming the ultimate untraceable hunter. The new goal is to make sure a retaliatory strike isn't just powerful, but absolutely 100% guaranteed, by using the most advanced stealth tech ever invented.
So we've just looked at the 5 deadliest submarines on the planet, but when you step back and look at all this incredible, terrifying technology, it raises a much deeper question, a question about us and about what we've actually built.
And this is the great paradox, isn't it? These submarines are absolute masterpieces of physics, of engineering, of computer science. They are the pinnacle of human intelligence. And we've poured all of that genius into creating machines with one single purpose: our own total destruction.
Which brings us to the final, haunting question that the source leaves us with. For decades, the whole idea has been that this incredible power, this deterrence, is what keeps the peace. But is it really a guarantee? Or does the very existence of a 30-minute button to end the world just push all of us, every day, a little bit closer to the edge of the abyss?